Hello everybody out there, Chris and Mike here, and you're here with us once again for another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. And before we get into the review, as always, we like to do a little pre-review show. And this week we actually have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Mike has stuff, I have stuff, we have stuff together. So I have two new videos on my channel. One on Monday, which was Magical Monday, and that has an announcement connected to it, which is connected to the Wii stuff that we're going to be talking about. And then I also did another Oreo tasting video with Tommy. We had a great time. I'm hoping to have more videos coming out next week. I'm hoping to get a thought bubble up. And also we got our comics this week, so I will be possibly doing something possibly over on Comic Frontline. So stay tuned for that, depending on time. There might be something going up Dark Avenger-wise over on Comic Frontline this weekend.
And as far as my channel goes, I have 3 videos that I posted this week. The first one was the first 5-way battle I had with friends on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Second one, which does pertain to us, is the first ever card opening video of the Topps Company 2019 Road to WrestleMania, which hopefully you guys will check that out, and hopefully maybe somewhere down the road I'll do another card opening, whatever that may be. And the biggest one that I've done this week was the DLC release of Piranha Plant. Yes, my friends, he is released on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For those of you like us who have purchased the Nintendo Gold points, you were able to get Piranha Plant with the new version 2.0 that came out. If not, there will be a later date DLC sometime in February. I don't know when yet, but they did say that they'll give it at a later date, and I don't know the cost either. But we really had a... because you were in it too. We had a great time filming that. Mm-hmm. As well as also for Topic Time, which is on Comic Frontline on Mondays, I'll be doing a topic video about Piranha Plant, which is why I wear this Marrow shirt, which was given to one of my friends for my late birthday gift.
Nice. I'm just going to fix the camera.
Yeah.
All right, and then the Us news. For those of you that haven't heard yet, What the Card is officially off its hiatus, and we didn't think we were going to be coming back after the last hiatus. Now, we took our first hiatus due to multiple reasons. Our second hiatus fell under why both of us have kind of backed away from YouTube in the middle of last year. If you'd like the full story, there is an update video we posted on What the Card on Monday where we took our channel out of hiatus. Why did I say hibernate? You know, I'm hibernating.
You're thinking of the winter, yeah, and it was a cold, brutal week.
It's been a cold, brutal
week. You
want
to feel like you want to go into hibernation after this week.
That's why hibernation's on the brain. But anyway, we brought it back from hiatus. We had the ability to. Honestly, we didn't think we would, especially after a lot of the stuff that went on last year. But the good news was I started doing Magic. Michael started wanting to see Pokemon again. I honestly, after Mike's birthday and talking with Mike's friends, they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And we both kind of got curious about Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And we just, one day, I just said, you know, we're getting this, you want to get that, and we were interested in the other thing. Why don't we just bring What the Card back? So we made the decision to bring What the Card back. However, certain things are different. Number one, there's no set schedule yet. That's due to multiple reasons. Hopefully we'll fall into something at some point again. But for right now, we're not looking to set a schedule. So one week it could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Another week it could be Wednesday. Another week it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then another week could be absolutely nothing. Honestly, it just depends on multiple factors. Product, the ability to get product, filming time, etc. It all depends on where that week falls. However,
but speaking of products...
Mm-hmm. That's where I was going. However, we do have, it's February 1st today, and on February 1st, actually, a new Pokemon set was released today, and that's Pokemon Team Up. So we have a booster box of that, so you can look forward to that. But, and I think this has happened in the past, but we weren't buying, or maybe, I don't even know. But anyway, same day, Savage Strike came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! So we have the two newest sets for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And then last week, on Friday, a week ago, Ravnica Allegiance came out. Now, I did a Ravnica Allegiance bundle box on my channel. Well, this is a full-fledged booster box. And I gotta say, in size comparison, you could see the difference between the three TCGs. Magic kind of has a little bit more. Pokemon is the medium. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a little bit smaller. Yu-Gi-Oh! I believe this has 9 cards in a pack, which is the least out of all of these. And 24 packs in a box. Pokemon has, it says it somewhere.
I think there's like 20.
It's not going to say it on the box, really.
There's actually the side here where you could see it.
No, I don't know how many. I believe it's about 20 cards.
I think it is
20.
20.
Oh no, here we go. Each pack contains 10 cards, and there are I don't know how many packs in here though. I think
Well, it contains 10 cards. All right, well, it's somewhere.
I think it's 24 packs.
Well,
also.
you could check what the card when we.
Yeah, and we'll count it.
And we'll count that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it doesn't say it on the box, or I'm missing it. But anyway, and then with Magic, there's 30. It doesn't say it at all on the box, but there's 36 packs in a box, and I believe there's also 10 cards per pack. So Magic has the most, but Magic has a lot of. There's more of a. This is more for draft and stuff. Pokemon obviously is more for play, and Magic.
It contains over 180 cards.
And that's all it says. So, there's 180 cards in the full set.
But I guess there's 20 something. But we could definitely see for that. But we will when we record it for What the Card. Like he said, we'll count it and then we'll see.
Right now, the goal for What the Card is we want to get a booster box at the very least as new sets come out, and at least do a booster box. After that, all depends. Like there's an Elite Trainer box that came out for Pokemon for Team Up. Will we get it? Hopefully. I have no clue. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes there's like these random products that'll pop out, like special editions or whatever. Hopefully we'll get one or two of those. Magic gets the bundle boxes, which is basically the equivalent to an Elite Trainer box, you could
Pretty
say.
much.
So, again, all depend. And there's also two toolkits, and I forget what the other thing's called, but I have it over there. The guild builders decks. So there's a lot of stuff that surrounds the actual booster boxes. But our goal is first a booster box for whichever set comes out, whenever it comes out, and then after that, whatever else we can get. But first and foremost, getting the boosters. And for these three, I'll throw out a spoiler. We will be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week because we will be doing all three of those booster boxes for each one of the days I just mentioned. I'm not going to spoil what will be when, but we will be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we will be doing all three of those boosters. After that, anything else that's not pertaining to the newest booster will be probably in parts if it's a booster box. If we happen to have a booster box, something else, which I do have Court Set 2019, and I do have Soul Fusion for Yu-Gi-Oh! So those will probably be in like 2 or 3 parts, depending how many packs are in the booster box. So a lot of stuff to look forward to. We are at 7 minutes, so I think What the Card took over a lot of the pre-show. If you like card openings, go check. If you like card openings, go check out What the Card. I believe the link is in the description below. If it is not, I will have it in the description below. I can't talk anymore. So, Michael.
Yep.
And I already know the answer to this, but it's kind of crazy. When and how many books do we have this week?
Well, these books that we're going to be reviewing in this episode, they were released on January 23rd, 2019. And we have, shockingly, 10 books.
It's a very small week.
10 books.
I was very shocked that we had 10 books. Now, I did casually read a lot. There was Aquaman, which I enjoyed. Flash, I think, came out as well. Justice League, at this point, Justice League goes into a pile of whenever I have at least an hour to read. I feel like there's something else that came out that I read and then I just didn't. I have Buffy on my casual read because I don't know how I feel about it leaving Dark Horse. I know they're rebooting the series and the characters are all the same, but they're starting all the way at the beginning. And I don't know. I liked where we were at with Buffy, so I hate seeing it rebooted, kinda. So I don't know how I feel about that, and I don't want to review it either right now. I'll see where we go in the future, and I'm sure there are other books, and it's just not hitting me right now. But anyway, let's talk about the books we are reviewing. Aliens Resistance issue number 1 with Amanda Ripley, continuing from not the miniseries we just did, but the miniseries before that. I forget what it was called, but it had the woman and the cyborg Davis. So it continues their story and going after the company, or as we like to call them, Weyland Yutani, and stopping them from using humans as basically they used a base they got alien eggs. Same thing as in all the other alien movies. They got alien eggs. They sent out a colony of people, of 400,000 people, and the colony went dark. And no one is basically going to miss them because they all kind of went like a community. And obviously we know what's happening here because at the end of the book we see aliens. So obviously Weyland used them to impregnate them with aliens and to create aliens because they want to use aliens as biometric weapons, basically. And now it's going to be up to Amanda and crew to stop them. I'm looking forward to this one. I like the artwork. I love how Amanda looked, that's for sure.
Exo Manowar issue number 23. Now,
one thing I want to also say, I'm sorry, I forgot this one last point. Davis is no longer a cyborg. He is actually just an AI. He was saved to the arc at the end of the arc where we didn't know for sure. He was actually saved.
Yeah. So going to Exo Manowar, I actually got an email from Valiant, and I don't know if they're renumbering or doing something in the later months, actually. Like, it's going to take, like, a long vacation, I heard. I don't know when, but I actually saw something about it.
Maybe they want to take a break to kind of reevaluate where they want to go.
Yeah, basically for that. But it's just like a kind of a new story where Arak goes on, like, a new adventure of what he wants to find out.
Exo? No, I know Exo's coming out at least until, I think, March. I just made our order, so it's coming out up to March. I don't know. I have to check the orders for April when I go through previews.
Yeah, and what I like is that we get more in-depth information about the suit that he has, that he can change into different forms and stuff like that, which kind of actually foreshadows of that thing that I was talking about with the suit and everything. But, yeah, he's just going after new villains, and they look like that they mean business, and so does Arak after all that. So we're definitely going to be seeing some more action next month in February, or this month in February, since we're in February. So yeah.
Exorcisters issue number 4. There are angels now on Earth, and we're getting the background story to what happened. And obviously, the sister's mom is now working for a demon, and one of the angels makes a kind of a fake deal. He dresses up like a devil and makes a guy sign a fake contract, and he kind of gives the guy... He wants to be the best thief ever, so the angel did it, but with the twist of, any money the guy steals goes to a good cause, and that's what happens. And the guy makes a deal with somebody else, and they end up finding the angel, and I don't know what's going on right now, but apparently somebody's trying to destroy heaven, and the guy who was a thief ends up somewhere in hell or in trouble, and the sisters go to hell, and apparently hell's this big black gate right now, or whatever it is, and it has something to do with what the ex-boyfriend was talking about, and things don't look good by the end of this issue. We'll have to wait and see what happens next, but it looks like a lot of dark stuff's happening.
Yeah.
And that's it for the indies, really?
Yeah, only 3 indies.
Wow. We're in the big 2, and this is a book that surprised me, that so much so that I picked this up, and I actually did pre-order through Midtown issue number 11 of Uncanny XMen. This is Uncanny XMen Annual number 1. And this is basically, everybody was asking, how is Cyclops alive? You find out in this book. And it revolves around young Cable. And
I got to do with time at least.
Mm-hmm.
Time traveling.
A little bit. Well, it's Cable. So what happens is Cyclops saves somebody way back in the early days of his X-Men career. And the guy says, if you ever need anything, just tell me. And Cable, knowing this, goes to this guy and gives him a task because he's an engineer. And he says, you have 1 year, make this thing. And it's a little, I forget what exactly it was. But anyway, he makes it. And what happens is Cyclops dies the first time, as we all remember, from what was going on with the Inhumans. We all know he came back during the Phoenix saga, you read it,
yep,
and then died again. Well, while he was dead, they put this device where Cyclops' heart was. And when the event with the Phoenix happened, the device siphoned a little bit of the Phoenix energy that was put inside Cyclops to bring him back to life. And basically when he died, it rejuvenated him, and it saved some of the energy. Stick with me for this, believe it or not. The energy stayed with him and basically brought him back to life and undid what happened during Inhumans, and basically we got Cyclops back. Then he went into hiding with Cable. And this is the part I like the most and why I have faith in what's next for the X-Men, and it kind of brings me back a little bit with Cyclops. As we all know, ever since Schism, Cyclops has been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, he's gone down a very dark path, especially towards the end of his life. And finally, the young X-Men went back, and Cyclops remembers everything now. Because now they have all the memories. All the X-Men, the young X-Men that came and left, all remember everything that went on now. So Cyclops now has all of young Cyclops' memories, because we're not going to see young Cyclops anymore. And he realizes, holy crap, I went off the deep end. I wanted the best for the entire world, but in the end, everybody I fought, like Magneto and whatnot, all the bad things that I fought against, I became that. And again, I think it has something to do with Emma. I hope Marvel takes the opportunity and makes it so that like Emma was messing with Cyclops' mind to a point. But even if they don't, I like that Cyclops kind of realized it and regretted all of the decisions he made. And there was references to AVX here. There was references to the death of Charles Xavier here. There was references to what just happened in X-Men, where the X-Men disappeared. And now we're going to have this mini event with all the X-Men that did leave Earth. But now, Cyclops finally tells Cable, I got to go back. And Cable warns him about the event that's going on with the X-Men. And then the guy he saved that brought Cyclops back, also now the person that Cyclops saved him from all those years ago is coming back for revenge. And Cable, of course, set this up. And Cable's like, I need to know what man I brought back from the grave. Are you the good guy, or are you going to be the person that basically died? The jerk. Obviously, Cyclops chooses to go save the man. And obviously the X-Men go away. But Cyclops is convinced now at the end of this issue he's going to find the X-Men and bring them home. He saved the guy that he knew he wouldn't be able to save later, and now he's going to find a way to save the X-Men. To be continued in Uncanny X-Men 11, where he's going to be teaming up once again with Wolverine. The whole thing that started it all, the schism that really started to destroy the X-Men books, is being undone in Uncanny 11 when Wolverine and Cyclops finally get back on the same page and are part of one team and one team alone instead of Wolverine and the X-Men and then regular X-Men. And I'm looking forward to seeing the reunion, I guess you could call it in a way. And the two X-Men that were dead for a while are now coming back. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Superior Spider-Man issue number 2. Superior Spider-Man versus Terrax. That's the entire book. And he's getting his butt kicked because Terrax has that cosmic power and Superior doesn't. Anne Marie jumps in to help. Obviously, Avengers are off-world. Everybody else is away. Pete's away. So she helps him finish the machine. And the machine is something Doctor Doom originally made. And he siphons out a bit of Terrax's cosmic powers. And he becomes Cosmic Superior Spider-Man. To be continued. And his minions also quit because Terrax is kind of the low P for them. So I love this issue. This was good. I'm really enjoying it so far. Let's see how it goes in the long run. I'll let you do this one because I read it as well.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 2. I thought of giving this another go also because it was like a really great book. So he finds out who these kids are, and what they're looking for is basically they're looking for the mother because they were left.
I think that was the woman that was taken.
Right. And the thing is that he calls over Johnny Storm because he wants to go out of his way to see.
I don't like the roommate here. I really don't like the roommate here. Let me point that out. I mean, I know that they showed some Spidey MJ in the first issue, which I liked. They got to get him away from this roommate. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and then this woman looks for Peter, who she kind of thinks that he's Spider-Man, but basically from like last issue. Mm-hmm. And that's when Johnny Storm
comes in. And she warns him about being watched, and Johnny's coming up, and he shoots the guy with
because I was thinking wait, does she know something? Or
it sounds like that at the beginning, and then we find out more, obviously, towards the end.
Yeah, and then he meets up with the people that are
watching him, and it turns out I think they're aliens. It looks like they're aliens.
Yeah, and then this detective, Sherry Sibbons, comes in and actually
helps him track down the alien car or the car where it goes.
Right, and then they have a talk about that as well.
There's some funny jokes in here. You're really putting my card in your pants, and she's like, "Yeah, I have no pockets."
Yeah, and this woman that comes in, that old lady, actually has powers of her own, and he's like saying, "Wait, what? I'm confused." And she actually comes in as the rumor and says that they have a lot to do. Peter, he's like saying, wait, did you just know my real name?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he should have said, like, wait, what? Peter, but Peter, you know, like, he should have played like that. Just saying that, I think, kind of gave away his power. He could have just played dumb.
I think he can't play dumb. I think he knows there's something up.
Yeah. But that was a really good issue, though, nonetheless. Well, what about you?
I enjoyed it. I'm loving Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man a lot. All right, we're going into the DC side of life, and we're starting with Lucifer, issue number 4 from the Sandman universe, Vertigo, DC Vertigo. And I read this book first, and this book was all over the place. Not much Lucifer in this issue, more along the lines of the guy who lost his wife and was and still trying to find answers. And there's a lot of dark stuff surrounding him, and somehow it's connected to Jack, who was from the last issue, messing with Lucifer. And apparently he's going to be I think he's a main player in bringing Lucifer back from whatever trap he's in. And let's just say we get to see Lucifer for a very short bit at the end of this issue, and he doesn't look like he's in a good way by the time this book ends. And I'll just leave it at that. I've been enjoying it. The artwork's a little bit Jay Lee for me, but it fits here. So it fits for this type of book.
Teen Titans, issue number 26. This goes more into connecting, or actually focus more on Damian a little bit. Because we know that Damian has a little bit of some secrets that he wants to find out about something. So he goes to the Batcave to find out some more answers. And what he does is that he goes back to his father's house where Alfred's there. And Alfred plays a really great role in this one, like having a heart-to-heart talk with him, like saying that he's turning out to be Red Hood, basically Jason Todd and all that, because of the way his attitude is. And he wants to just take something, and then Alfred's like saying, I can't let you do that. So he actually plays tough on Damian and stuff like that. So and he actually just says, like, that's what he had to do for Batman, so to say, or basically his father in this case. And so he just gets like really
I think Damian is gonna fall in between. I think Tim is gonna remain Red Robin always, like that's his MO. Dick is always gonna be Nightwing. Damian is gonna fall between Dick and Red Hood, Jason. I feel like he's going to be a mix of,
because he says like you sound like Ra's al Ghul.
Right. I feel like Damian is going to end up, when he leaves the Robin when he leaves that behind, because at some point we all know that Damian's going to become his own hero, just like Dick, just like Tim, just like Jason. He's going to fall somewhere in between Jason and Dick. Tim falls more on Dick's side. Jason obviously was the red herring that came out during Infinite Crisis, and coming back to life. I feel like Damian's going to be in between the two, the best and the worst of the sidekicks.
Yeah, but then the next story at the Batcave was that there was a robot Batman that was set on alert because of all that was going on. And him and Red Arrow actually have a little bit of a discussion, because before we want to know who it was. So he just was saying, like, what's this about Red Hood, like, that he's working with and stuff like that. Because it looks like in the next issue he has some type of box, and it's going to lead to Teen Titans Annual, Robin versus Red Hood. So that's going to be a little bit of an interesting battle. Battle of the Robins, I guess, so to say.
Batman 63, Batman goes down the rabbit hole even further, and he's still in Dream World, and Constantine is there. Or is he? So Batman is just living a dream where he's with Catwoman. She didn't leave him at the altar. They got married. They're living the great life. Batman, Bat and Cat, Selina and Bruce. And then as Constantine tries to warn Batman, it's not going to end right. No matter what you do, it's going to end in a nightmare. You're dreaming, and he's like, leave me alone, whatever. And then it finally happens. Selina dies, and Batman knew it. However, he finds out, you're trapped in a dream. You're trapped in a nightmare world, and this is something that was done to him by his father, because we saw that in the 2 issues back. And then we also find out that Constantine is also part of the dream, part of the nightmare, and no one knows that Batman is missing. So Batman's kind of stuck in this dream world. And it reminds me of Batman the Animated Adventures, the animated series where Mad Hatter goes into Batman's head and kind of puts him in a dream world.
Oh,
and he
I think I
finds a way
remember
to get
that.
out.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if we're kind of following the same angle where Batman's going to try to find a way out of being stuck in this dream
Of course
world.
he will. I mean, if he did before, I mean, Bill with John Constantine we're talking about. Yeah.
Shazam mission number 2, which I think this is the last one, correct?
Yep.
Last book, Shazam mission number 2. I liked it. So they find out that the what is it called even? Where he got his powers, where the train took him. There apparently are 6 other realms that they can travel to. One realm being boarded off, which is the realm of monsters. And I have a feeling they mentioned it more than once about one of the tunnels being boarded up. I have a feeling at some point they're going to go in, or that tunnel is going to find a way open. And what they decide to do is go to the world, the realm of Funland or whatever. And we also get to see Dr. Sylvana here. I forget what the worm. Mr. Mind in here. And then we have that one guy who's claiming to be Billy's dad, wanting to take Billy back. And the foster parents kind of dealing with that. And then they go to talk to the kids, and the kids are missing. Where are they? And it goes back to them, and they go to Fun World. And there's some, for a good realm, or for a realm that looks like, harmless, I think that there's way more than meets the eye, and you could see it while they're there, and it's crazy.
Whoa.
And then they meet King Kid, who is claiming to be the long-lost member of the Shazam family or whatever. There's no Shazam in here, it's just the kids. And I like how Freddy and... not Freddy. Billy and Mary are like, this might not be a good idea. We should go back. We do this at a later date or whatever. And the others are just like, no, let's go. Let's do this. I like that Jeff Johns brings in the entirety of the Shazam family, but I really, truly wish they would have just stuck with the 3 for a while and then brought the family aspect into it. But we'll see where it goes. I'm still enjoying it. I'm loving it a lot, but... it's a very interesting first arc we're getting. The artwork looks great, though. Jeff Johns' writing is amazing when it comes to Shazam. I'm definitely on board. I don't think I actually got the physical 3rd issue. I think I decided to move Shazam to a trade paperback series, if I remember correctly.
Probably.
I'm not sure. I probably will, because this reads more better as a trade. So I'll probably end up, because I do have issue 2 physically, but I think 3 on I don't. So that's probably going to go to a trade paperback format just for money and collector sake. And we also don't know how long Jeff Johns will stay on Shazam, and then after that we'll see if the book stays around long, because usually books that Jeff Johns leaves, either it ends then starts up again with another team, or it goes for a little bit and then just depends. And with that, that's it for this review, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. Feel free in the comments below, let us know what you thought about the books that came out this week. Likes, dislikes, agree, disagree, recommendations. We always love to hear from all of you when you have something to say. But till next time, everybody, take care. Keep reading, keep collecting, and we will see you all really soon in the next episode.
Hey, everybody.